So The Agency is a game where players get to live the lives of an elite agent within a persistent state world that's on 24/7. It's an online action shooter in which they get to choose whether or not they're going to be a downtown mercenary with Paragon, the Paramilitary Global Operations Network, or the more uptown traditional spy with UNITE, which is the United Nations Intelligence and Tactical Experts. This game is actually a no-compromises shooter. So we're not just numbers flying out of heads. We're not phase-based combat. We're not pretending to be a shooter while slowing down all of the action. If you can aim at somebody's head and pull the trigger, you're going to hit that person in the head. Stealth elements are always additive. We're not going to be building a Splinter Cell or Tenchu level of stealth gameplay. So we represent stealth with sneaking, with managing sound, with managing visibility to AI, as well as being able to handle defenses, secure point source security, locks, traps, etc. Our game has a series of activities you can do beyond just shooting stuff. We have influence that you can gain within the world. And the more influence you gain, the more access you have to story, to items, to operatives, and more. Then we have a host of other activities, mini-games like Qbert that we saw in the walkthrough. What's important about that is we want players to always have something fun to do when they're in the world, even if they just want to come in for 5 minutes and know that they're making achievements for their character, either experience, influence, unlocking a new operative who loves the way you play Qbert, or just unlocking new schematics, items, or missions. Our game is a mix of public and private instances. We have a hub-and-spoke world in which those are seamlessly laid out together. You'll be able to go through public spaces and perform non-combat activities, light combat activities, and find either the travel points or the entrances to more complex private missions that allow us to give you the complete no-compromises shooter gameplay that players anticipate when they pick up and play a standard console or PC game. Character progression is incredibly important in the Agency. You Are What You Wear basically says you have a series of outfits that represent specialties within roles. Combat specialties like tactical specialist, weapon specialist. And as you play with your specialty and complete missions, you gain experience towards your overall rank within the Agency. Collecting items, trading items, incredibly important. The most interesting element we have is we also have collectible people, operatives. They're kind of items that bleed, living loot. They rank up over time, and then you can actually trade for that op that a friend got that you've never had. Operatives themselves work in real time, whether or not you're at the console or PC. So that means I can set up my operatives on assignments, go on vacation, come back and have stuff waiting for me. But we also let you opt into a system where they're going to send you their progress via email, via your cell phone, via text messages, etc. So that other guy I sent off to go investigate the gang is going to send me a message while in a meeting or at McDonald's or ZS. It's going to say, hey, those guys you asked me to investigate, they found me. They want $1 million. They're going to kill me. Text 1 to send $1 million. Text 2 to let him die. Our game has to have a femme fatale aspect. We are mining everything we love in the espionage and action genres, much like EverQuest was kind of a grab bag of fantasy. If it's part of the spy or action genre, we're going to try and nest that context in there somewhat. Home is really exciting, and we're really eager to see what we can do to support it. I mean, we're building all of our assets in a way that they'll integrate really nicely with Home. It depends on, we want to see where they're going with it, and we want to see how we can really leverage it the best we can, because we have this huge stream of persistent data. There's no reason that data couldn't be visible on a monitor in your house, in your home. There's no reason it couldn't flip up from a picture, so you can actually then see your latest mission readouts or your latest operative messages. There's a whole bunch of different angles we've been writing up from day one that we heard about the Home Initiative, and we're really eager to see how many of them we can get built in time for our game's first initial launch. But the best thing about Home, just like the Agency, is neither of those things stop when they're first launched. So we can keep adding both to Home and to our title as we progress through time.